Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I had to come in real quick, real quizzy quick. I actually am at the doctor's office trying to get this stitch out of my eye that is loose. I've had the worst couple of eye days. Yesterday was the worst. Yesterday I could not read text messages. So yesterday I had to talk my text messages through because the screen, the light from the screen, the light from the computer, all of it, the light from the sun, the light from the house, the light was just bothering me so bad yesterday. Hold on, let's see. Huh? Oh, okay. That's a hospital. Hey, sis, 18. How you doing? That's what I was just thinking. She was thinking just like me. I heard rapid refund. I said, wait, they doing taxes? Like, yeah, I don't know, but I started thinking money. But yeah. Hey, Tina. How you doing? It's been giving me so much. And you know, Tina, I think part of it is because I'm using it a lot more. And it's reminding me that I do have a disability. And I just don't even like to think of the fact that I have a disability. But lately, my eye is reminding me that, man, I'm using it a lot lately. I use it, even though I only go to work 3 days most a week. I don't even work 8-hour shifts. Even though with that, it's just I'm using my eye for the register. I use my eye when I'm outside. I use my eye on the bus, of course. I use my eye to read. And my eyes are so drained that the other day I was crossing the street and my eyes just closed because my right eye was so weak that it just closed and I could not open it. And so I had to literally sit on the side of the street before I could cross till my eyes would open just so I could go back home. So it's just been a rough couple of days, but I'm here today. I came yesterday. I'm back today. So hopefully I can get, the stitch out of my eye. I know it's a stitch that's loose. And it's funny because it seems like as soon as I got closer to the doctor, my eye felt better than it's felt in 3 days. And I'm like, it's only because I'm heading to the doctor. But I kept coming. I started to turn around and go home. I said, no, I am going. And then the other day I was eating a chip and it like went into my gum and my mouth is killing me so bad. And I've done everything to make sure that the chip is not in my mouth. Like a piece didn't break into my gum or something, but my jaw is killing me. So I'm like, we can take care of both of these at one time. So I'm up here. You're so right, Tina. I promise you, the last couple of days why I haven't went live is because I have pretty much slept. Because when my eye is exhausted like this, the only thing that works is sleep. So I have slept, but then the way my mental is set up, if I sleep too much, it makes my body think I'm not doing anything with myself. And then I start feeling kind of depressed. Like, man, you're sleeping a day away. I just feel bad. It just always makes me feel really bad. And I know it's what I need to do. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Hey, sis. Yeah, but I was like, let me come touch bases with you guys while I'm sitting here in this doctor's office waiting for them to call my name. But yeah, I was like, I haven't talked to my people. So when I came in here, I finally have been able to stare at my phone long enough because I swapped out my phone the other day and gave my um, other phone to my son. Something was going on with his phone. I just swapped out phones. And for some odd reason, the last couple of days, because my eye has been so bad, I haven't been able to link my Facebook to this one. I couldn't do the StreamYard. It was just too much focusing. So today was the first day when I just sat down in here right now where I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me see if I can get this StreamYard open. And once I did, I said, you know what? I'm not even putting a warning out. I'm just going to come live, talk some crap real quick, you know, while I'm in here. Because y'all know I cannot sit here and not mention last night. I can't, not, I cannot sit here and not mention last night. So The last couple of days, I've really been able to only listen to YouTube. So I've been in some lives where I haven't even been able to go in the chat and talk because it's just too much to, read the chat, respond to the chat. So I've been doing a lot of just listening. And then there's some chats I'm never going to speak in, even if I'm listening, because the energy in the chat, whether I can see it or not, is shitty, and I want nothing to do with it. But last night, first thing I'm going to have to say, Amber, you take the I don't give up. You already know what I want to say, Marianne. You get the. Oh gosh, she got another announcement. There must be a code for a room. I guess when she gave it first, and nobody heard it. But yeah, Amber, hands down, you won that one. And when I say won, there's really no winner in this shit. But won as far as when you got up there, you never bit your tongue on nothing you said outside of it. Yes, yes, Marianne, you already know I was gonna say it. I'm trying not to, but like I said, when I say she won, she held her ground. She was up there by herself. And here's something that goes on YouTube that really gets on my nerves, and that is when you get the people that talk about each other on their lives. Like so for instance, Amber spoke about John. John spoke about Amber on their own channels, on other people's channels, whatever. Amber was still saying the same stuff she was saying. But I felt like when they got her right there in front of it, you called her up there, you got her on your panel, and you were talking more about Siwa than her. And it's like, you can't bring up what she did to Siwa for the simple fact is one, you openly said you don't even believe Siwa was raped. So if you don't believe that something happened to her, how could you defend anything? Because if you tell us that you never believe she's been sexually assaulted, then how can she have a rapist? So it's like it's contradictory. And it's like if you sat here and watched all this, it's like how can I sit here and not be like, wait a minute, why are you up here speaking about what she did wrong to somebody else? Speak about what she did wrong to you. You know what I mean? And then I don't know, y'all. But for me, I'll never forget one day I was modding and the person I was modding for was literally like, if I tell you to do something, you do it. And I thought, you got me fucked up. I'm nobody's flunky. And like last night, it was a lot of that. Put her down. Take her off the screen. Mute her. Get rid of her. How about you get rid of yourself? If I come on, let's just say Tina has a channel. I go on Tina's channel. And Marianne come on there. And Marianne talking crazy. And Tina not dropping her. Okay, Tina doesn't have to drop her. Tina could decide to do what she wants to do. It's her channel. But if Marianne was getting on my nerves, then I drop myself. But it was like, do as I say. Like, go on your channel and make all those rules. That got on my nerves. It gets on my nerves that every time Amber talks what they want to call ghetto, like, is that how you think all black people talk? Or is that how you think hood people talk? And what is your definition of ghetto? Because even in the definition of it is people in the same educational, financial class, that's what it means. But it also means when we talk about the Jews and the Jewish people in the concentration camps, it meant deaf. So like there's nothing good about that word. Like she's talking like deaf, or she's talking like she's uneducated, or she's talking. I'm confused on what it is we're trying to say. But once again, I know it's a racial undertone in that to disrespect black people, and it's like, come on, I'm sick of it. It's over it. But last night I was like, I can't stop watching this shit show. And like I said, well, there's some things that were said that you're like, ooh, that was a low blow. Yeah, but at the same time, there's no rules to this shit. So if you come on here and you saying something disgusting about somebody, they're gonna say something disgusting about you. And here's the thing: if I got into it with somebody, anybody on here, and they were saying disrespectful stuff, I can promise you that the things I'm gonna say are gonna be out of the world disrespectful. Because once you disrespect me, I'm gonna continue to disrespect you. And what I loved about Amber last night, she never got loud. She never got out her body. She just was like, yeah, okay, thank you. You're welcome. Uh-huh, sure. That's me. I did it. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I was like, this girl is hilarious. So yeah, so I did get some chuckles. last night. I did. And I did because I did. I mean, it's like you can't keep throwing these shit shows in front of people and think I'm not gonna get some kind of laughter. I am. And you can speak about it and just be speaking about it. Like I said, I got no beefs and mistake. I don't agree with racism. I don't agree with misogyny. I do not agree in any of those. I do not agree in any of those things. So I don't stand with anybody doing that. But I know one thing, and there's no rules to war. When you get to fighting with people, I can't be like, oh, wait a minute, he just said this about you, but don't you dare say that. Oh, she just said this about you, don't you dare say that. I'm not gonna say that. There's no rules. No rules is here shit. That don't make it right or wrong. It just means there's no rules when you get to fighting dirty like that. Oh, she held her own down. Like she definitely got some tube cred for that one. She definitely did. That she held her own down. She never stooped. You know what I mean? And then what I didn't like is people up on that panel addressing what people were saying about other people that was wrong. But in reality, everybody on that damn panel did wrong. Like, who's better? Like, my wrong was better than your wrong. What I did was what you know what I mean. It's like I done seen memes come up on several different panels just to say like, hey, you super disrespected my daughter, and as her mother, I'm never gonna let that go. And she has all rights to. But nobody takes into accountability that if it was their child that he was saying that about, they would have been just as offended. You know what I mean? Nobody says anything about that. And nobody says anything about, I mean, like I said, people done wrong things. I remember coming on a live one day. This was like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I remember watching a live and I was finding out stuff I didn't know. So that's how I found out about them doing what they did to Brooke's dad when he died. That's how I found out about was it Amzi's mother who died and they had to hold the body because people had called in about it. That's how I heard about so like I said, it's been a lot of shitty stuff going on. Like stuff you shouldn't be doing to people, but people want to hold you accountable for what you did while they doing the same thing. It's like, how dare you? How dare you tell me don't call somebody's whatever when you calling somebody's whatever? Didn't we just do a whole live and have the sister of a young man who just took his own life? Not 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 50 hours, not 48 hours, not 24 hours, not 72 hours after they buried him? Like the limits on here are no limit. But then people want to sit up and say like, oh, how dare you not have a limit? How dare you say the things you said? How dare you? If you can't look in the mirror and say that you don't do it, don't come telling me what to do. If me and you spill a glass of milk, please do not come over here cleaning up mine. Clean up your own shit. Don't worry about me. Yeah, it's just getting to a point where it's like, okay, let's see. We've talked about the dead. We've talked about the sick. We've talked about illness. We've talked about SA. We've talked about your children. We talked about your husband. We talked about your coochie. We talked about what's left. Like, what is left? And I'm like, I never talk about nobody's privacy if it's not going inside of me. It's not something I'm dealing with. Like, so I'm the thought of me sitting around just talking about somebody's cooch. That's what I told you. I don't get me to be like, oh yeah, I know she stinks. I'm not smelling her. I don't even know her. I don't wash her laundry. So why am I worried about what she smells like? Worry about yours. Yeah, it's no matter what channel it's on. And if it brings hate, if it has the whole chat hating, if people walk away and it brings new videos the next day about hate, it's a hate stream. Call it what you want. You know what I mean? Like straight up. Like, it's so funny. I was 2 days ago, I was listening to the beef sector. They was on Tracy with T, she was on man, all night and I was listening. I would fall asleep, wake up, she was on, whatever, I was listening. One thing about when I'm over there, I know what I came over there to see. I know what's gonna go on. And even in that, you still have people giving logic, making sense, all kind of stuff. When you get into some of these shit shows over here, not even in the beef sector, you'd be like, There's no common sense coming out of this. Nobody's making no sense. People are talking over each other. It's like if you ask me a question, can you pause so I can respond? Or let me guess, you're going to ask me a question. As I respond, you're going to talk over me, asking me another question? Like, this is confusing. Yes. I'm like, I don't want to talk about anybody's private. Whether Maria, I don't want to talk about anybody's private. I don't give a damn what none of y'all privates are doing. I don't care if when you pee, gold and glitter fall out of it. I don't care if diamonds shoot out your ass because you know your coochie's so great. I don't care. I don't care if it has a Brazilian wax. I don't care if it's never been waxed. I don't care if you have a bush that you braid. I don't care if you douche or you don't. I don't care if you take penis or you like other vaginas. I don't care what you do with your private. I don't care what your husband done did. I don't give a fuck what your kids have done. That's how much I don't care. I don't care. But if I see something and I watched it and it stayed on my mind and I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna speak about it. It's that simple. What side you on, Danny? The same side of the bed I woke up on. That's the side I'm on. That's exactly what I'm on. Triple A, what I'm sleeping. But yeah, like I'm never gonna be talking about somebody coaching. I'm never gonna be talking about some woman's weight because I know it's women we call skinny who do not feel good about their weight. I know there's women who have problems with their weight. I know there's women fighting with their weight. It's not something I'm joking about. So when I talk about the 500-pound woman who lives in me, it's because I decided a long time ago I would let no one hold my weight over me. I live in my weight. So it's just certain shit I'm just not gonna do, but I'm gonna speak on whatever I want to speak on. I don't like hate, period. I don't. I don't. And that's why sometimes I watch hate or what we call hate or what can turn to hate or what can lead to hate or what comes from hate. And sometimes I gotta sit back and laugh. Sometimes I literally gotta watch this shit show and be like, this is some bullshit. Because let me tell you something, when Danny doing something, even when I'm doing something wrong, I'm never gonna get up and do something wrong and be telling you to do it better. So if I come out here and I'm like, oh Triple A, I can't stand you, girl, you're ugly, girl, I can't like you, I don't like you. And then you go on a channel and say, oh, I can't stand that and she ugly. Then I'm like, I can't believe she called me ugly. Is it because I'm black? Is it because of this? Is it no, she called me ugly because I called her ugly. She talking about my kids because I'm talking about her kids. She talking about my man because I'm talking about her Gucci. I just gotta know that that's part of life. You know what I'm saying? But a bunch of adults around here want to act like it's good for the goose, but the gander can't have it. I can do it, but you can't. I did it to this person. Like people be like, I can't believe you're friends. I can't believe you guys are friends. I can't believe 75% of these people on here call themselves friends. I can't believe 75% of these people actually get on a panel together and talk with each other daily. I can't believe that shit. I can't believe that some of these people actually use the word friend and they're using it the wrong way because no friend does that shit. No friend is going to talk about your kids. No friend is ever going to talk about your deceased parents. No friend is ever going to talk about your privates. No friend is going to slut shame you. No friend does any of this stuff to each other. So half the people up here talking about, wow, I can't believe you did this to them. I can't believe you did this to them. Yeah, and it's like here I am sitting here just explaining what I saw, and it'll be somebody who will talk about me. You know why? Because you're not saying what they want to say. Because around here on YouTube, I swear all people do is okay. They'll say, "Oh, I don't make nobody choose." Then they'll say, "I don't come up in your shit because such and such there." Then you making me choose. Then people will say, "Oh, I'm cool with such and such," but then as soon as something happened, they telling all these monster stories about how they didn't like them. You was never cool with them. So it's a bunch of fake, phony frugazis on here. It's a bunch of shady, messy, boots ass people on here. It's a bunch of lonely, insecure. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of that on here. It's a bunch of jealousy. It's a bunch of that on here. Hey, what you say, SM? Hey, SM. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. First of all, let me tell you something. Not only it's not even about condoning it. I'm an adult. These are adults. I'm not holding their hand to do anything. I'm not leading them anywhere. So me saying I'm condoning it would be like I called them up and told them to do it. That's no, I'm not. But also, It's just like the people who say, I don't watch other people panel. I've literally put on people's lives where I got two different lives playing. And the truth of the matter is, they're both watching each other. You know how I know? Because they're responding right on cue. So, like, you'll be watching one live, and the person will say, I can't stand Danny. And then I'm on my live at the exact same moment. As soon as they close their mouth and saying, I can't stand Danny, I'm on my live saying, well, I can't stand you neither, bitch. And you, who said you needed to stand me? And then I say, I don't even watch her. I'm watching her right now. And as they do, you're watching people waiting for them to say something about you so you could say something back. That shit's goofy. That is goofy. Yeah, and that's what people do. And then everybody's looking to be on somebody's side. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing you can ask yourself. When it comes to Danny, do I be in your shit? Do I call you with the message yet? Do we sit and talk about the shit? Am I talking about you like a dog? And then you come over, I'm like, hey girl, how you doing, girl? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because see, let me tell you something. If I got no attention for you and I don't care, I could still say hello and keep it moving. And I don't talk about people I don't like all day. Because when I don't like you, I don't think about you. I don't. You could walk in the room, sit right next to me, and be on fire, and I still won't go tell nobody about it. Like, I won't. And then they'll say, Danny, did you hear earlier today somebody got caught on fire at the doctor's office you was in? I'm like, oh, yeah, they were sitting right next to them. Because I don't care. I don't care. Oh, yeah, it's off the charts. But it's just an example of the world. I mean, we live in a world where people walk into schools and shoot third graders. So why would we not live in a world where people come on the internet and act a zip damn fool? Why not? Why not? Why not? We live in a world where if I'm talking about one race, that don't mean I'm a racist. It just means I don't like that race. I think just that's the world we live in. We live in a world where if you talk about my grown kid, I can talk about your underage kid. No, those are two different children. One is an adult. One is a child. One needs my permission to have their pictures on there. And people say, "Oh, well, your picture was on your public platform, and I took it." It was on my public platform because I have the right. Just like I've worked at daycares and schools before, and you can't even take pictures of the children that you're around all day without their parents' permission if you're going to put those pictures out. Meaning, when somebody's a minor, I still need the adult's permission to move that picture around. Like, come on, y'all. There's such things as laws, and then people are breaking laws all over the internet and then trying to tell me about justice and being right. Shut the fuck up. It's just like people who don't vote. Don't tell me shit about an election if you don't vote. I don't give a fuck. When you vote, I don't care who you vote for. You have a right to vote for who you want to, and I won't judge you. I won't hold you against that. I won't say, "Oh, you voted for Trump. You must be a racist, orange person too." No, no, you're just somebody because you're supposed to vote for what meets what you need and what you come on now, don't get me started out. We're adults. I'm not gonna explain to adults how to be an adult. Like I'm not gonna do that. If you want to do that, go back to your parents. If your parents aren't alive, you better go back in your head and listen to what they were trying to tell you. Because I'm not your mama. I'm not trying to be your mama. I'm not trying to be your guidance counselor. I'm not trying to be your pastor. I am just trying to be a human being saying, come on, y'all. Now, y'all can't look at this and say, in the last 2 years, the same fucking 7 people have been in the same shit. I don't need to name them. You know who the fuck they are. The same people. It's just like recycle bullshit, recycle bullshit. We hearing the same stories, watching the same videos. How many times I gotta watch the same video to know you ain't shit? You don't even have to get loud to say horrible things. You could whisper horrible things. Let me tell you something, Maria. The nastiest shit I've ever heard from people, they weren't screaming. They were saying it's so sweet, it's so soft, it's so nice. But also, when you're screaming and screaming, no one's listening. So you would be saying hateful stuff, you be saying real stuff and true stuff. But if you're sitting there just screaming, bitch, 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 I'm not listening no more. So yeah, you're right. You could say some hate. It's not how you say it, it's what you say. That's what people tell you. It's not people say it's not what you say, it's how you say it. No, it's what you said. Because if I say nicely, hey, you ain't shit, your husband ain't shit, I hope you fucking both die. I could say that as sweet as I want. That's some nasty ass shit. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, I agree with everything that came out of everybody's mouth? No, but I don't agree with 95% of the shit that's happened in the last 2 years all over this internet. I don't. And that means in this sector and other sectors, I don't. But I ain't nobody mama, and I got no hell or jail to send you to. But I can speak on what I think. That you know what I mean? It's the truth. It's a lot of people out here on here asking people to stop doing shit they did. It's a lot of people on here saying, "How could you do this to me?" And I'm doing it to you. It's like, I don't understand that. That I don't understand. Hate is ugly no matter whose mouth it comes out of, no matter if they scream it, if they whisper it, if they say it in a sexy voice. It doesn't matter if they say it with glitter and fireworks shooting up in the air behind them. It's still nasty. I agree, 100%. Hey, Lala, I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, sis. But you're right. You don't have to say it loud. Horrible things. Yeah, horrible things were said. That's a fact. Horrible things were said all around the board. So I don't agree with none of that. But once again, it was horrible shit in a horrible war fight. All the stuff that's been going on in the last 2 years, like from the first time I heard like Amber's name to right now, it's all been horrible shit. I ain't heard nothing good. I've heard a lot of degrading of women. I've heard a lot of degrading of people's children. I've heard a lot of degrading of SA. I've heard a lot of degrading of mental health. I've heard a lot of degrading of people's husbands. I've heard a lot of degrading of people's family. I've heard a lot of degrading all around the board. So when does it stop? Or am I only going to hold her accountable? Or say only she was wrong? No, every mofo in the building might not have been wrong tonight or last night. But every mofo in the building got blood on their hands. Every mofo in the building got a little dirt on the bottom of their shoes because they was walking through that dirty, shitty road. They got shit on their shoes because they was part of the shit show. Like I said, I've heard of people's parents being disrespected in death. I'm here to tell you right now, you disrespect one of my dead parents, and I told you all openly who my father was. You disrespect my fucking father, and this isn't a threat, it's a promise. You're me. I'm not playing no games with nobody. I'm not trying to be nothing. I'm not. And what I'm not is nobody pussy. I'm nobody fool. I don't go back and forth in fights like this. That's why I'm sitting here speaking on it. Saying I have to laugh that half the shit, like I said, it's people on panel together that if you would have told me a year ago they'd be cool with each other, I would have told you it's no way. It's no way they're going to be cool with each other. And they are. They besties now. They look out for each other. They stand up for each other. They don't do a panel without calling each other. That's called, I guess, friendship. I call those frenemies. They're frenemies because I don't have one friend or one person I call a friend that would ever disrespect me like that. So don't think you could disrespect me like that and we'll be friends. Anybody I fell out with here on YouTube, I'm talking about over the years, not just in this sector. Anybody I fell out with here on here and I said fuck them, it's fuck them till I'm dead. We'll never be cool. We'll never hang out. We'll never be partners. We could sit on the same fucking panel and we won't talk to each other. We'll never be cool. That's my word. That's my word is my bond. And some of y'all come on here and I'm going to disrespect your dead parent, then I'm be your homie. How the fuck? I'm going to disrespect your kid, then I'm be your friend, not my friend. Not my friend. And even when I seen D out there last night, I still got love for D. I got no disrespect, no dishonor for D. I got love for D. Does that mean I agree with everything that she did? No, I'm sure she don't agree with everything I've done and said. Who cares? That go with anybody. And I got love for D, but I also remember when people was dragging her shorty. When nobody cared that he was dead and all they was doing was calling her off of what she may have said one day a couple of years before. And they weren't thinking that this woman will never see her son again. So, like I said, I see people doing shit I would never do. If you ever disrespect like I told y'all, my son could be Tyrone Biggums. If you disrespect mine, don't ever come talking to me about shit. We can't never be cool. Never. Because I know what you think about me if you think that about mine. So, like I said, half the stuff that go on here, we need the moral police to come in here and tell y'all that this is a crime. And you need life in jail for these moral boundaries that you have broken. That's a fact. I'm half the people on here that are cool this year were mortal enemies all the way up to like 6 months ago. Some of them just 2 month friends, 4 months friends, 6 month friends, 8 month friends, 12 months friends. A year. Come on. Come on. It's almost like YouTube is trying to tell people, hey, if you want to be cool with somebody, first let them treat you like shit. Beat the hell out of you verbally, physically, mentally, emotionally. Make you feel like you're going to take your own life. Make you want to run and hide. Make you not want to look in the mirror. And then they going to be your best friend. I don't want a best friend like that. I don't need no friends like that. I'm too old. I ain't trying to build a bear with no man or no friends. Nope. You can have them friends. You can have them friends. But I love you all too. I love you all too, and that's the thing. We all sit here and watch this stuff, but the truth is, there aren't real safe places to go. It's places to go if I agree with this. So if I come in your chat, I better be saying everything you saying. If I come in this chat, I better be saying everything you saying. No, we don't have to say that. We can respectfully say whatever you want to say. And we all are going to have different opinions and mindsets, and that's fine too. But I know that everybody on here know if one of us was talking about one of our dead kids or parents, that wouldn't be cool, period. Period. So if it's okay with you if somebody talk about your dead kid, then get away from me because it tells me what you think about your children. If it's okay with you if somebody talk about your dead mama or daddy, then get away from me because that tells me what you think about your mama and your daddy, so I know what you think about me. Because my daddy, I told you, he wasn't perfect. He had a lot of growing up to do, and he died before he could. But at the end of the night, without him, there is no me. No other man could have made me but him. So, like I said, I'm not dissing nobody, parent. And if your parent wants you, then be better than them. Shit. And if you ain't shit, I hope your kids are better than you. Hey, crazy cat mama. Man, if they can't spell loyalty, they don't know what it means. They don't know what it means. People's idea of loyalty is temporary. So I'm gonna be loyal for the moment. I'm gonna be loyal while I need you. I'm gonna be loyal for the second. I'm gonna be loyal while I'm down. I'm gonna be loyal. That's not loyalty. That's called using somebody. Y'all better look up the definition of using somebody. That's why, Danny, I don't want to get big off some big traumatic story. I don't want to get big on here off of getting into it with some goofy who gonna be apologizing to me later. I don't want to do that. I don't want to come on here and keep telling y'all I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I also don't want to come on here and act like a fool and then sit back and act like I'm not doing anything. Because the difference between me and everybody else on here, I would spend more time on here if I was on here acting a fool, talking about me and how I was out here acting a zip damn fool, and I don't care. I wouldn't even be talking about what y'all be doing. I'd be talking about what I was doing because y'all goofies thought I wouldn't. You wouldn't have to go tell somebody what I did and play the video because I'd be playing it myself. I'd be like, look how I was all on their Instagram today telling them they wasn't shit. Look how I came all up in their Facebook. I promise y'all that's how I would do it. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying if you're going to be wrong, stand in your wrong. I'm tired of all these people. That's me. Look, that's me. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go to the mask. I gotta put on one of their masks. Can I get one of your masks? Thank you. Hold on, guys. I'll put it back. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. Scooby Dooby Doo. Hey, Dr. Village. I'm great. Well, I'm not great if I'm here, but I'm always happy to see you. Let me take this book bag off. It might take some of this weight off of me. Oh. I'm not even gonna mute it. Let's see what the scales say. Oh, Jesus. Okay, thank you. Is it me or you get off that scale and be like, somebody take my leg? Any part of me? Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, and one of my stitches are loose in my eye. So it is causing me, of course, because I'm in here, my eye is fine, but it's causing me problems. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back at you. I'll talk to you later.